Hello everybody, welcome back. So we got a couple more blogs to go over from the Overwatch dev team. The first one here has been out for over a week already, so several people have already heard that one. And then we've got the one that came out just a couple days ago, so we're going to go ahead and talk about these just in case anybody hasn't read or hasn't seen it, because the new season is starting in 2 weeks. So first one, Weekly Recall, Tuning Up Stadium. Let's take a look at this. May 30th. Hey everyone, in this edition of Weekly Recall, it's Talk Stadium. Our team has been having a blast watching you all experiment and enjoy Stadium. It's a big, bold adventure for us all, and we're happy to have you along for the ride. Thanks to your feedback and millions of additional data points, we've been able to tune up some pain points and make Stadium more fun for everyone. Now let's dive into some of the ways we'll be improving Stadium today, tomorrow, and beyond. Making better matches. Matchmaking is a delicate process that takes constant improvement and tweaking on our end, especially for a brand new game mode. We've heard your frustrations and are happy to share some of the ways we'll be making better, more balanced matches in the future. I mean, yeah. Even just when I was playing today, there were a couple where we rolled them, and there was one where we literally were not able to leave our spawn room. They just intentionally did not cap the point for like 2 minutes straight just so that it wouldn't be a mercy roll. That was kind of annoying. To help folks settle into their matchmaking rating, we ship Stadium with an internal modifier that helps calibrate the MMR for new players. The problem is that this is being applied to all Stadium players, not just to new players, which caused matches to be wider than initially expected. We'll be patching this out on June 3rd along with a standard balance patch. We expect matches in Stadium to even out over the next few weeks. So is that kind of like an MMR reset over the past week? That would definitely explain why the past couple days I've played have had a much worse matchmaking than it's ever had. Last week we deployed a hotfix that bumped the Stadium ranked skill bonus from 25 to 50 for Pro, All-Star, and Legend ranks. We wanted to make sure that players who work hard towards reaching All-Star tier have a fair chance to reach it, and the bonus increase should allow you to more easily hit the top ranks and earn the All-Star Legendary Juno skin. To give everyone enough time to earn the skin, we've also extended that challenge through the end of Season 17 to give you more time to climb. Finally, our team is paying close attention to how heroes are performing within Stadium and planning measured changes to make a more even playing field. Our newest addition, Freya, made quite the entrance. We understand she can be frustrating to play against, so a new anti-air item will be added in Season 17. Ooh. That could be scary. We've recently clipped her wings this week with a few more adjustments that should make it easier for her to handle the trenches of Stadium. Builds. We're super excited about a feature shipping with Season 17, the Stadium Forge. If you cooked up the best build for Soldier 76 or Reinhardt, you'll be able to put that confidence to the test with the Stadium Forge system. Builds can be saved in the Stadium practice range and accessed during any Stadium match in the Armory. You'll be able to share your builds with other players and import exciting or chaotic builds from teammates, content creators, or anyone whose strategy is worth a try. So we knew that one was coming after an interview that was done a while back. I mean, that's a great idea. I really can't think of anything bad to say about that. The only issue with that is there's going to be some items that just never get experimented with and could be sleeper picks for a while, but it'll definitely make things a lot smoother and quicker being able to just preset everything. Additionally, there will be more example builds included to guide you on the right path, and will suggest items for early and late game strategies catered to every hero. Newer Stadium players will get more direct guidance with these builds, while seasoned pros might even try a new item or two. Whether you're using a pre-made build or crafting your own, we hope you have fun experimenting with all the options out there. Stadium Forge was far and away the most requested feature you asked for once Stadium launched, and we're psyched about it too. Stadium is designed to be a social experience, so the concept of sharing builds with friends or the internet is a hugely important factor for us. As a bonus, content creators and highly skilled players get valuable outlet to help others. Expect a deeper dive into Stadium Forge, full of tips, tricks, and example builds in the upcoming weeks. Another great change. Not really anything else to say on that one. New ways to play. Tons of great content will be heading to Stadium next season, but we want to give you a sneak peek of some changes that we are looking forward to in the not-so-distant future. An unranked mode for Stadium will be headed your way soon, so you'll be able to queue up with your friends on all skill tiers. You'll be able to play a best-of-5 series instead of best-of-7, resulting in quicker matches with no mercy rule necessary. Powers are given out on rounds 1, 3, 4, and 5, and the economy will grant more cash so you can flesh out your strategies within a shorter game. This is intended to be more casual Stadium experience, great for learning the ropes or getting a few games in with friends. With a more casual version of Stadium comes the unfortunate reality of more levers. So we'll be adding the backfill feature with unranked. This will operate in a similar way to the backfill in standard quick play. Backfilled players will be given a stack of Stadium cash equal to the progression of the game and will be able to shop before joining the match. As the MMR curve evens out, we'll be enacting more strict restrictions on grouping in Stadium in a future update. This will be very similar to the system we have in place for Overwatch Core Competitive Mode, where there are limitations on who you'll play with and against based on skill divisions. High-ranked players and those dealing with long queue time should see improvements. Thank you for playing, and we'll see you in the Stadium. Now see, I was getting ready to give them a lot of compliments about this because everything up to this point sounded great. Until they got to that. From the beginning, they have advertised Stadium as a new player experience catered towards casual players, giving them a chance to rank up together, etc., etc., etc. I mean, the regular competitive mode, you have to play 50 games before you can even touch. Someone can download the game day one and jump into this Stadium mode. The fact that they are now trying to rework this into an official competitive mode and then have the casual players move to the new quick play mode actually pisses me off a little bit. Actually, more than a little bit. That just goes beyond backpedaling. Honestly, if anything, they should have left it as it is and just removed the ranking system. If it was intended to be a casual game mode, yeah, that just bothers me. I mean, it was straight up marketed as the way for new players to experience the game before jumping into the competitive main game of 5v5 and or 6v6. And that's just annoying. I mean, at least they're giving us a quick play version so that we can play with I'm assuming crossplay will be included. They had mentioned that in a previous one that it would have crossplay, but it's not discussed here. But yeah, I don't like that they're backpedaling so hard on this being a competitive mode. Oh well. Let's jump into the next one, which is the Director's Take, came out 2 days ago. Cultivating the Game. Hey everyone, it's Alec here with a Director's Take that somewhat deviates from our usual setup. This time around, we're diving deeper into a philosophy that guides the game, guides the Overwatch 2 team, and dictates how we treat content from all eras of the game. Over the past few months, many long-term projects have come to fruition in Overwatch 2. Perk switched up core gameplay, Stadium has had a fantastic launch, Hero Band spiced up competitive mode, and it's an exciting time to be part of Overwatch, and we hope you feel the same since you're right there with us. The Living Garden. Brand new gameplay might be getting the headlines, but I want to take this space to talk about the importance of solid footing as we move into the future. Some folks have expressed worries that introducing so much content will take attention away from the core game modes, existing heroes, or areas of the game that need tuning and reworks. I keep coming back to a metaphor that I hope explains our philosophy about that. The Overwatch team, we're groundskeepers. Sure, we're organizing big events and building proverbial landscapes to draw in new players and entertain our regulars, but at the same time, it's our responsibility to care for everything that keeps the garden growing. We trim the hedges, pull the weeds, and write the walking paths so we're all headed in the same direction. New content is fantastic, but it's vitally important that we create an environment where that content can do well. The environment must be healthy, gardens need to be maintained, or they'll never flourish, and we feel the same about all parts of this game. Reasons to play, reasons to stay. Something our team discusses when we're planning Overwatch seasons is that a season should have reasons to come back and reasons to stay. Each season should include compelling reason for you to play Overwatch, such as new heroes, new gameplay systems like perks, or even brand new modes like Stadium. When you do play a new season, though, we also want to make sure that the rest of the ecosystem has improved, whether that's rank system tuning, hero refinement, or future upgrades to our progression systems. Each time you check out Overwatch, it should be better than the last you remember. Regular tune-ups and improvements also make things better for those who play Overwatch every day. We've been utilizing this philosophy for each of our seasons, but we emphasize that the weight of reasons to come back and reasons to stay a bit differently for each season. The start of the year, like Season 9 and Season 15, should always feel massive, and our moment-to-moment gameplay sees significant shift. We're currently planning out what that means for next year, but it will bring big things. Tending to the foundation. Mid-year seasons like Season 18 bring larger updates to our core systems or new features that also upgrade your Overwatch experience. Between those beats, it's important for us to deliver exciting gameplay for you to check out, but that's where we may weigh refinement more and build our systems that may be more functional than flashy. For example, Season 17 will introduce a new Flashpoint map at Atlas. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, Atlas, even though it's got the two A's there. I'm surprised they went with Flashpoint, given how poorly the Junkertown and Servasa maps were received. But we'll also include a map voting where you'll gain more control over the maps you want or don't want to play. Okay, I'm fine with that. The question is, will it just be in competitive or will it be in quick play also? Reworks. Okay, so reworks for Servasa and New Junk City, I just talked about how badly those were received, are in the works and slated for release in the later half of Season 17. Oh, wow, so that's only a few weeks away. I wonder how much is being reworked, though. There are lessons we learned from those maps and others baked into Atlas in terms of navigation, objective fights, and choke points. All of these changes, from minor tweaks on existing maps to new areas of exploration, upgrade Flashpoint as a whole. The perk system also lends itself to this philosophy. We are working on big perk updates for Season 18, where every hero will have something new to experiment with, and each perk will align more closely to our vision for the system. One example of this impact is picking a major perk. Choosing your hero's major perk should feel like a transformative moment in the match. While some major perks currently do that, others aren't quite there yet, and this update should help them level up. All of this is to say that we recognize we're adding a lot of new things to the game in a short amount of time, but we're still committed to keeping Overwatch's ecosystem, the metaphorical garden, maintained and flourishing. Features like hero bans and map voting double as tools that help enable us to get an even better read on what the urgency for that maintenance. For example, Sombra's high ban rate. That's an understatement. Sombra's high ban rate sheds light on necessary changes we'll be making in the future, while Freya's jump in ban rate after her buffs urge us to push a hotfix adjustment. Map voting will do much the same, helping to inform our map reworks later this year and bring more attention to the modes that aren't meeting expectations. Your feedback guides us towards parts of the game that need more attention, whether they're fresh out of the box or an endemic part of the Overwatch experience. We want to be in conversation with you about how these changes feel. Know that we're always asking ourselves what constitutes too much, too soon, and if we need to redirect our attention. Thank you for playing, and GG. So nothing too groundbreaking here. I mean, I'm glad they're still doing more communication. I'm surprised that we're getting a new map and 2 map reworks in the same season. That's a little surprising. My biggest takeaway from this is just hopefully that they are truly listening to feedback, because clearly they realize that there's a lot of wariness about how fast they're pushing out new content lately, which is a problem most games would love to have. Most games are getting blamed for not having enough content, and Overwatch is getting blamed for pushing out too much content, so that's a good problem to have. But I am starting to agree with that, because there are several heroes that desperately need major balance changes or full reworks. I mean, clearly Sombra is going to be at the top of that list, but I honestly don't know how they could rework her to not be annoying. As long as she, because that's her whole kit. I mean, people can argue whether she's strong or not. Most people think she's weak, is the bottom line. It's just they hate her because she's annoying. Her entire kit is. She has teleportation for survivability. She's invisible, so you don't know where she's coming from. And her main ability shuts off all of your abilities. Her entire kit is designed for nothing but being annoying. So, obviously, I don't know why they're surprised that people find her to be annoying, because that's what she's designed to do. And they've been talking about a Reaper rework for over a year now. Yeah, I definitely want them to go back and make adjustments to a lot of heroes before they push out too much more content. But yeah, I'm glad they're keeping everybody in the loop. So that's going to be it for this video. Just wanted to cover these director's takes real quick, just in case anybody needed to know any of this. It wasn't covered here, but I'm pretty sure that next season was the Diva Mythic, that one that was like the White Tiger style. So I'm looking forward to that. And then honestly, I still can't decide how I feel about Stadium at this point. While they were pushing it hard as a casual, fun, check out your builds, be excited at the creativity, all of that, I was down for it. But if they're going to start throwing in actual competitive balance into it, that's going to take all the fun out of it. I mean, I'll rage sometimes. Well, I don't even think I can call it rage. I get irritated at some of the build choices. The Kiriko popping up behind me every 5 seconds is fun. It's exciting. But it should not exist in a competitive mode. Or at the very least, it needs to be nerfed into the ground. Because by the time you kill one or two of the clones, she already has her teleport off of cooldown and is back out. In the right hands, that is an insanely strong ability. But for most people, it's just a fun way to jump into the back line and cause chaos. I mean, that's the biggest example I can think of. What's another one? Oh, the Moira. I mean, the Moira orbs everywhere. Even in the trailer for Stadium, it had Ruben on there playing Moira, talking about, we need more orbs, we need more orbs. And they, granted, there's nothing balanced about Moira. But it's just so much fun to play because it's such a stupid concept. That whole kit that whole build is gonna have to go away if they're going to start balancing this towards competitive. So I'm not going to start a rant. Actually, I guess I've already started a rant, but I'm not going to go any further with this until we get more details about what's going to change on the balance once they add the quick play mode. But if they're going to truly treat this as a competitive mode starting next season, they're going to have to get rid of most of the fun builds. And I don't like that. It completely defeats the point of what was announced for Stadium. So hopefully that gets walked back a little bit, but we'll have to see. So that's going to be it for now. Y'all have a good one.